Hey, welcome back to YT Finance, and today we are talking about Palantir Technologies PLTR stock. We will be discussing what analysts think of PLTR stock, so I will lay out both the positive, bullish, and negative bearish points and perspectives when it comes to investing into Palantir. Then we will calculate the intrinsic value of Palantir Technologies to determine if you hold PLTR stock at too high of an average price point. Lastly, we will use these calculations to tell us what is a good entry price to buy PLTR stock at and why Palantir has great long-term potential. Go and press the like button right now for more Palantir stock news updates, comment your thoughts down below, subscribe and turn on subscription notifications if you are new, and now let's make you some free money with Webull. Webull is a free brokerage app where you can buy and sell stocks, options, and cryptocurrencies, but right now you can get 2 free stocks with Webull. You can get the first free stock, which can be worth anywhere from $2 to $250 for just creating an account, and you can get a second free stock, which can be worth up to $1,600 if you invest $100 or more on your first deposit. You will have a 1 in 100 chance of getting stocks like Facebook, Starbucks, or Snapchat, and you have a 1 in 50 chance of getting stocks like Google or Procter & Gamble. To get this offer, just press on the link in my description box down below, but do it quickly because this offer will not last forever. And without further ado, let's get into today's stories. Palantir, ticker symbol PLTR, is one of the most popular stocks in terms of big data. However, investors and analysts alike are split between their extremely bullish and bearish perspectives concerning this stock's present value and future growth. So let's dive into these various perspectives to see which one really has the most merit. Let's start with the present-day positive bullish perspective. After a time of limited government spending, many investors bet on a huge resurgence in government spending, which would grant contracts to companies like Palantir, who rely on government contracts as a source of revenue. This thinking has been correct because PLTR has landed new million-dollar contracts monthly, which has excited retail investors to pile into this stock, thus raising the PLTR stock price. Now, there has been huge price spikes in PLTR along with strong support and resistance levels, but the bulls believe that PLTR stock will continue to grow rapidly as time goes on as they continue to earn more commercial clients and land more government contracts. Palantir has also had great financial results, which has made the bulls wonder why the stock has not surged higher in price based on that good news. Palantir has grown its earnings by 49% year over year, and its free cash flow came in at around $150 million, which is absolutely amazing news. Basically, the bulls think that PLTR's current trajectory of landing more contracts and increasing revenues and earnings will continue rapidly into the future. However, on the other hand, the bears believe that the PLTR stock price has already factored in this future growth of the company because $150 million of cash flow should not equate to a company worth of $43 billion. Although much of the market is overvalued right now, Palantir's price to cash flow multiple is extremely high. The bears also say that even though PLTR's adjusted earnings per share is positive, the company has a significant loss in GAAP or GAAP, mainly because of the company's stock-based compensation. Now, not only are retail investors split on PLTR stock, so are analysts, because out of 6 Tipranks analysts, 2 say that PLTR stock is a buy, 2 say to hold PLTR stock for the future, and 2 say to sell PLTR stock. According to these analysts, the low-end PLTR stock price target is $17, the average Palantir stock price prediction is $22.33, and the high-end Palantir Technologies price forecast is $30 over the next 12 months. Now, to me, Palantir has a great rate of solid growth and long-term potential, with some short-term catalysts that are coming up, such as new contracts. If Palantir can cut their losses and provide a GAAP profit, the PLTR stock price could skyrocket. So now that we think PLTR stock is a good buy, let's calculate at what price we should buy or average down our PLTR stock price to. We will be dissecting an article that is using the discounted free cash flow model to calculate Palantir's current intrinsic value based upon current fundamentals and data. To start off, we are going to estimate the next 10 years of Palantir's cash flow. We will also be utilizing as many analysts' forecasts as possible to ensure a fair and accurate projection, so you know we are not just making up numbers. We will also make a few assumptions, such as that we will assume that a company with growing free cash flow will see their growth rate slow over time, and 2, we will assume that a dollar today has more purchasing power than a dollar in the future, so we will have to discount the future free cash flow to today's value. Now on screen right now, you can see the formulas and numbers that we are working with, and instead of boring you all with the math, I will simply show you the formulas and tell you what answer that the formula has given to us so that we can determine whether or not Palantir stock is overvalued or undervalued. This should encourage us to aim for a fair price point to either enter the stock, or it should give us a goal to average down our price until we reach the amount that PLTR stock should actually be worth. From the chart below, you can see that the fair value of PLTR stock, with all of our calculations and assumptions, should be $20.85. So congratulations if you own PLTR stock below the price point of $20.85. To me, anything below $20 is a great entry price, especially if you want to hold long-term in Palantir Technologies. However, if you own Palantir above $22 or especially above $25, you can consider averaging down your average price until you reach $20. Now, if you do not agree with these results, that is totally fine. Try doing the math yourself and play around with the assumptions and numbers that we made and got from analysts. Plus, the DCF model does not take into consideration industry cycles or a company's future capital requirements, among other things. So this is only meant to give us a general calculation, so this should be taken with a grain of salt. This is only one of many calculations that you should perform when assessing a company properly. The reason for this is if we change something as small as the company's cost of equity or the risk-free rate, it can significantly impact the valuation and the calculation we get at the end of the formula. Another thing to keep in mind is that I am biased toward PLTR stock because unlike many of the other stocks that I report on, I actually own PLTR stock in my personal portfolio because I think that Palantir Technologies has amazing long-term growth potential, and I view it as one of the most, if not the most prestigious data analytics provider in the world. Palantir's management has stated that PLTR is projected to have over a 30% revenue growth rate until 2025, which looks extremely likely. If that projection is accurate, which I think it is, the current valuation of Palantir based upon future performance is right on track, and it totally dismantles the bearish outlook for PLTR stock that we talked about earlier in the video. Right now, Palantir's revenues are predicted to be $1.5 billion this year, which means that in 2025, Palantir will be making around $4.3 billion of revenue annually, according to the 30% CAGR. But what do you all think? Like this video right now, comment your thoughts down below, subscribe if you are new, and I will see all of you in the next YT video.